Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time you're listening to this broadcast. I want to welcome you and thank you for taking a few minutes and spending them with me. My name is Jay Moore. I'm your healthy accountant. And this broadcast is the Enlightenment series here on Facebook and now on YouTube. So, guys, I want to jump right into this message today. This week, we've been talking about the life under construction. Every life, your life, my life, is under construction. Your life will continue to be constructed all the way up until the day you pass through to the other side. So, guys, today, this title is I Need You Now. And so, most of the titles this week have been based on songs, except for Wednesday. Wednesday, there was no song, but today there is a song. And Smokey Norfolk, he's a gospel artist, and he has a song called I Need You Now. And so the first verse of this song says, not a second or another minute, not an hour or another day. But at this moment, with my arms outstretched, I need you to make a way. As you have done so many times before, through a window or an open door, I stretch my hands to thee. Come rescue me. I need you right away. I need you now is the title. But the thing is, if you don't realize that you need him, you may go about your life, you may go about your business doing whatever you want, just kind of just going through life. And there's a lot of us that have gone through life this way, where we may not recognize that we need something. And because we don't recognize we need something, it's kind of like, the person, that's talking and saying things as if they don't ever mess up, or, I think back when I was growing up, we used to use the term, man, don't act like your crap don't stink. Have you ever heard that before? Don't act like your crap don't stink. Everybody's crap stinks. And so the thing is, you needing something or you needing him is going to be up to you to realize that. And so I found a text in Matthew 21, verses verses 18 and 19. And it says, but before breakfast the next morning, he started back to Jerusalem. He was hungry. So when he saw a fig tree in the distance, he headed towards it. But when he got to the tree, he found no fruit on the tree. All of it were, all it had were lush looking leaves. Using this experience to teach his disciples about Israel's spiritual condition, he said to the tree, since you haven't produced anything but leaves, from now on, you'll not even produce those. Instantly, the leaves began drying up. I need you now is a serious topic today. See, because what if you're like this fig tree, this figurative fig tree, which should be bearing fruit. This tree should be bearing figs. But it looks good. And so Jesus comes to it like, yes, I'm about to grab me some figs. So he knew what he was doing. But I'm going to get me some figs to eat. I'm hungry. And he gets there in this beautiful tree, beautiful leaves, no figs on it. Think about think about your life. Think about a life that has so many abilities and so many talents and none are being used. You've allowed yourself to be like one of the people in one of these parables, where the parable of the talents, where you've got one person that got 5 talents. You got one person that got, was it one person that got 5 talents, one person that got 2 talents, one person that got 1 talent. And so you think, what happened with these people? The 5 turned into 10. The two turned into four, and the one stayed one. So let's think about it. That's like the fruitless fig tree. This fig tree looking good is got the ability, but the fig tree is not bearing any fruit. See, if you don't take all of what you have, if you don't take all of what you have and use it, you won't have anything to use. This week I've been, looking at successful people in different arenas. It started in music because I got excited about some music this week, and so that's how I got these titles. And so I was listening to Ricky Dillard. He's a gospel artist, and I listened to his songs. I used a couple of them, early in the week, and I thought about this talent that he has. What other talents has he cultivated because he used this musical talent? I don't know, but this talent he's using it for good. He's using it in a great way. So I can imagine there's other talents that have spawned out of this. I was listening to a one of the best organists, Hammond organist. I mean, this guy name's Corey Henry. He's young. I think he's like between 24 and 26, maybe 27. This young guy, his skills on the organ, but he plays the organ, right? He plays the Hammond organ. He plays piano. He plays a number of things. This boy, man, he's a man. This man, he's developed his talent. So I was listening to a little documentary that he did, and he talked about how, when he was young, his mom, she was into music, and so you know they put him on the organ. They just put him on the organ, and a lot of it did come natural. But what he said is that he had to, and what happened was he just listened to music. He listened to all sorts of music. He was gaining perspective as he was developing his unique talent. Plenty of people play instruments. Plenty of people are really good at them. And what they have to do in order to become great at it, they have to gain new perspective. He said he gained so much perspective and he studied the history of the organs. He studied piano. He studied keyboards. He studied all of the different instruments that are keyboard that look the same. And what he says is that each of these instruments are different. Each of these instruments should be played different because of their unique ability. What he's taken was one gift. He took one gift and he's in just amassed it, has so much fruit bearing off of his tree. But let's think about this fig tree that Jesus walks up to, and he realizes that this fig tree looks good with no fruit on it. I looked at Michael Jordan this week, and in looking at Michael Jordan, I looked at his enshrinement speech, and so I'm listening to it. I'd heard it before, but I really paid attention to what he was saying, how he became the way he was, how he became the GOAT, the greatest of all time, how he did it. It was through failure and struggle. It was through, oh, you don't believe in me. It was through people didn't even realize that they were helping him become great. It starts with getting cut when when he was in high school, but that was the beginning. But when he talks about, different stories of how this person said this and this person did that, and how they didn't even know that they were being used in this manner. They didn't even know. But he used what he had. And because he used what he had, it's like the rich keep getting richer. Well, because they use what they have and they keep growing. They keep growing. LeBron James. Look, I looked at him. LeBron James. Yeah, natural ability, absolutely. But through pain is the reason why LeBron James is who he is. He had no father. And because he had no father, it was his his character developed into someone that wanted more for other people. That's why he got a lot of flack for this in the NBA coming in. Oh, he wouldn't shoot. Oh, he was passing too much. Oh, but do you realize how great this man is? Because of his ability to want for you, for want for his teammates, how he treats his teammates, how he makes sure that his teammates, and if you watch, like I haven't watched a lot of basketball this season, but the thing about it is that the year started because what he likes to do is he want to help his teammates get confidence. So he wasn't like trying to take over the team because he could. What happened was he was allowing everybody to really get their rhythm. And what's happened is all of a sudden it's like everybody they're playing. I mean, yeah, they've lost some games, but they're playing well. I watched some highlight clips, and I was like, man, this might be one of his best seasons so far in his 16th year. It's unheard of. But he has taken the fruit that he had and he used it. But see, the thing is, if you don't know you need to do something, if you don't know that you're not bearing fruit, are you going to bear fruit? I mean, the song says that you have to know, like you would have to know that you need something. You would have to know that, if if you never needed him before to show up and restore all of the faith that you let slip while I was yet searching the world for more. The truest friend I have indeed, you are the best friend I know in me. I stretch my hands to thee. Come rescue me. I need you right away. I need you now. See, you got to know that you need them. You got to know that you've squandered away the time. You've got to know that you didn't use your talents. You got to know that you've got talents in you and you're allowing them to sit dormant. You got to know that you're saying to yourself, well, you know what? It's too late for me. I'm too old. Or, man, I've got a family now, so I can't follow my dreams. You've got to know that you need something. But if you don't look in the mirror, if you don't look in the mirror to the person that's in the mirror and say, I need something, I need you, what's going to happen is what you have is going to be taken away. And then when that is taken away and you have no fruit to bear, then what are you going to do? What's going to happen in your life if and when that happens? See, I need you now says that there's an agony of being alone, the fear of doing things on my own, the tests and trials that come to make you and me strong, the feelings of guilt, hurt, shame, and defeat, the waves of trial that beat up on me and you. But to know, Lord, that that in you I've got the victory. I need you, Lord. I need you now. I need you right now. I need you right now. I need you now. See, but you got to know that you need something. But if you don't know, if you're like this fig tree, the fig tree is just sitting there. The fig tree is just feeling like, oh man, the sun is shining on me and my leaves are so green and I'm so strong. But you got no fruit bearing on it. And so because you have no fruit, you won't even have leaves. Would you want that to happen to you? Would you want what you have to be taken away and be stripped of everything that you could have done? See, that's the message that I want you to take away today. That if you don't look inside, if you don't decide that, you know what, I need help. And if I don't get help, I'm going to lose big. I'm going to lose big. I was also looked at documentary on Penny Hardaway. If you're a basketball, junkie like I used to be. Penny Hardaway, man, one of the best players coming into the NBA. Him and Shaquille O'Neal, they were killing it. And I really forgot about his story. I really did. I really because it happened so quick, it was like he was killing it. And the next thing you know, he was gone. But when I looked at the documentary, it just reminded me of how how fast it all can go away. But in the documentary, here's what I learned. See, the one thing you think might be the thing may not be the thing. It might lead you to the thing. Wherein he went to the NBA, he made lots of money, and you would think that his career would have been even better, but it wasn't. Why did he get hurt? Why couldn't he come back from these nagging injuries? Plenty of people have come back and played. Why couldn't he make it a go? Why couldn't he come back? And in this documentary, it showed how sometimes what you are supposed to do is not what you think. And he had a good friend in high school that um, they played ball together, but this friend was like 5'5" or something. I mean, he was small. So Penny 6'9" or something like that. This friend is small. He had a big heart. He was good. Penny went to the NBA. He stayed back in Memphis or wherever they were. I think it was right outside of Memphis. And so, bam, this guy's coaching middle school. And then Penny gets a call that his friend's in hospital. Come to find out, you know, he's diagnosed with stage 4 cancer. They didn't know how long he was going to live. And so his friend asked him, he says, "Man, can you help me out? Can you help me with the kids?" Because he's coaching middle school. And so Penny's helping. He figured he's just going to stick around for a little bit, while friends getting better, and he started loving the kids. He started loving what he was seeing and how he could use this ability that he had, because Penny was a natural coach. He was a point guard, naturally could see the floor, could see everything, knew the game, and he starts teaching kids, starts helping kids, starts giving back. His friend didn't die immediately, but they wound up working together for a couple of years. But the friend gave him the vision. He says, "Penny, this is what we're going to do. We're going to win 3 championships here. Then we're going to move on. We're going to go to high school. We're going to win 3 champions over there." And so they won the championships. But then the friend died. Penny had to keep going. But he now had the vision. He was given someone else's vision, became his own, and he lived out. He's living out the vision of his friend. But when I watched this documentary, I realized something. I said, that's what Penny was supposed to do. Now, Penny Hardaway, he worked with these kids in high school. Now they finish, a lot of them finish high school this past year. He got an offer to go and coach at University of Memphis. And then he was able to take a few of those players with him. And so now that's where the legacy, and that's where they are. But I'm going to leave you with this, because you got to know something about your life in order to do something with it. So if you haven't been bearing fruit, then you still can. If you're listening to this broadcast, if you're listening to this video, then you can bear fruit. Penny Hardaway thought that, yeah, he can always give money, but he's actually bearing fruit today because of the seeds that he's sowing in his community, you know. And so that was a lesson. See, that was a different lesson. See, that lesson was, yeah, he did the thing that he was supposed to do. He did it well, got hurt, made a bunch of money, and yeah, he probably gave money, to people and stuff like that. But now he's actually in a place where he's doing something that's bearing fruit. His life is bearing fruit that he never thought would bear. Sometimes those things happen in your life. So as I leave you today, I need you now says that you must know that you need him, and you must know that you need something. Go back to this text in Matthew 21:18 and 19 and read that text about this fig tree. You can read the whole passage. It goes from 19 all the way to 22. But go back and read that text. Really understand it. Understand that you don't want to be like the fig tree. You don't want to be the person that looks good and but actually is not doing anything. You want to be the person that looks good and you're bearing tremendous fruit. And I can tell you that just from a personal experience. See, bearing fruit requires you to do something that's uncomfortable. You got to put yourself out there. You have to put yourself in a position that's a little scary to do it. But you can't go. I'm not. You can and I can't go after. I'm just trying to bear fruit. No, no, no. You just have to be. You just have to be doing. You just have to stay in action, and you have to recognize that we all need, and so we all need a push. So not a second or another day, not an hour or another day, but at this moment, with my arms outstretched, I need you to make a way. As you have done so many times before, I stretch out my hands to thee. Come rescue me. I need you right away. I need you now. So, guys, I appreciate you for joining me today for this Enlightenment series here on Facebook and on YouTube. Guys, if you have not subscribed on YouTube, or if you have not liked or followed the page, J Moore Healthy Accountant page on Facebook, please follow the page. If you got value from this program, I put this program out every single day. Um, Spend that 6 days a week. We may go to 7 days. But right now, we're Monday through Saturday. And so definitely join me. And I look forward to presenting messages like this, inspiring messages, things that you can use and, implement in your life, right now and today. Um, if you're a business owner and you're having trouble navigating the tax system, the other side of what I do is helping you to do that, navigate the tax system, find the loopholes, find the strategies, find the secrets so that you can leverage those and reduce taxes, have more of your hard-earned income so that you can save it or do whatever it is that you want to do with it. If you like that, you can definitely schedule a call with me. You can shoot me a message and we can find out a good time, and we can come together, discuss your situation, and see, how or what I may be able to assist you with in helping you navigate through the tax system. So, guys, I appreciate you for joining me, and I look forward to tomorrow. Tomorrow's lesson, tomorrow's topics is, let's see, what's tomorrow's topic? I should know it. Tomorrow is thank you. So thank you tomorrow. It's going to wrap it up this week, Life Under Construction. All right, guys, God bless you. Take care.